Hello, hello. Happy Saturday. Welcome to my studio. I'm finally live streaming. I was going to live stream at 1 and then we lost power. So that kind of set us back. Let me just make sure I am live on Instagram. I have to do a little clicky first. Okay. It looks like I am. I'm really pulled back. So that might be interesting. So I'm going to be painting the little darling paintings. Um, I'm sorry, I'm really distracted by the fact that Instagram looks really bad right now. I may just stop the live on that one. I don't know if I can. So anyway, I am going to be painting these little darling paintings today, and they're really, really tiny and sweet and cute. So they're going to go live on December 2nd. So they'll be live in the shop to everyone in the public. And then if you want to get in a little bit early, I'm going to send my email list a link to get in a day early. So if you start seeing paintings that you really, really like, and you want to be sure to get the one you want, you can subscribe to my email list. There's a link in the description of this video. And then also in a few minutes, there will be a QR code. And if you're not watching on your phone, then you can get the QR code. So I want to show you, well, obviously you see this. I want to show you some of the cute frames that I got. I showed you the blue one already. That's this one here. And I'm going to show you a couple others. I really felt like it was super important for me to get some really nice, cute frames for these. I normally go a little pulled back for the framing that I do for my larger paintings because I want the artwork to show. But I just really felt like the frame is part of the artwork with these. And so I wanted some unique and ornate frames. Here's another one. I will probably do some of my earthy things that I really like. These are going to be my favorite things. So I'm just going to float around to some things that I really enjoy painting that you've seen me paint before, the same subject matters. I will probably do a nest, and I'll probably use this one for that. And then I have this one as well. Some of them, this one's kind of more modern. It's got a nice little brushed finish, but it's got a little pizzazz. It's got some gold on the sides and on the trim. So I'm going to paint, my first painting is going to go in this frame. And I'm going to try to do 2 today. We'll see how it goes. I'm imagining they're going to go faster, but sometimes the size doesn't matter. You just put in the same amount of work. So it's hard to tell how it's going to go. So let me get rid of this one comment. Just a second. All right, so I'm going to do a landscape for this one. I'm also going to do a skyscape for this one. The small format is really different for me. And I wanted to do something that I was really comfortable with, so I got kind of used to it. So I've been doing skyscapes and landscapes very recently. So I'm going to start with those, and I have a picture here to use. And you should be able to see my palette as I go, and I have a camera on the painting itself. So I'm going to get started. If you have any questions, put them in the comments because I will be able to see. And if you're watching on Instagram, I apologize. This is the very first time I've streamed on Instagram. And let me see what you can see. Show vertical. I'm not, yeah, it's not good. But maybe you can see the part of the painting. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can just, yeah, I don't think there's a way to change that. So if you're watching Instagram, I apologize. Go over on Facebook or YouTube. My channel's there. You can get there from my website, RebeccaFinch.com. You can find the links to there. So this didn't work out very well, did it? So I'm going to block that so I'm not distracted. And then I get started. Each of these paintings, I'm going to paint them knowing what frame they're going to go into because I think that's really going to help me paint it well. I have to wear my hat because it blocks the glare out from the light that I need to be there. So that helps me out. Okay. So I'm going to start, and probably I'll get a little quiet as well. Make sure you can see okay. I start off with a bit of a wash just so there's something on the canvas and I'm not fighting the bright white colors as well. Just checking. Whether you're watching live or not, go ahead and comment any questions that you may have or things you just want to say. I will see them later at least. And if you have questions, I'll answer them in the next one. So this is from a picture that I took in the area. So a little greenery from upstate New York, a little bit of hills, some trees, and the sky from our area. There's a little river there too. Okay. Move this up a little bit. This is the same area as one of the paintings I painted very recently that went over 4 panels. Those are at 171 right now, 171 Cedar Arts. So this is the same river, but different picture. Kind of simple. I love I love these landscapes and skyscapes. They never really appealed to me for many, many years. But after being still lives for, I don't know, 20 years, I think I was just really ready for a change. And I've had so much fun with this. I'm just kind of plotting out a little bit where clouds are and sky is. More clouds than sky in this one. Hello. Everyone having a nice Saturday. I spent my entire Saturday so far getting ready for this, but I've been so excited about it. I didn't care. I've been envisioning these paintings in these cute little frames for about a week. And yesterday, when I was going from store to store looking for all these cute, cute frames, and I kept finding them, and they were all just so cute. I I got a little obsessed. I think I went to like 6 stores. So just envisioning them, I'm just really excited to be actually doing it right now. Hmm. It's a lot of time just looking and deciding what I'm going to do and visualizing it. So if I pause, that's what I'm doing. I'm thinking, um, I'm deciding how I want to handle certain areas. What areas do I want to be the main focus? I know it's a lot to put into these little things, but like, they're important too. All right. I think I have a vision. I think I'm going to paint my sky a little lighter than is in the picture. I want this to be a softer painting because I've got like a whitish frame. This is the one I'm going to put with it. It's got some gold on the sides, you can see. So it's going to be a softer, lighter painting. So I do like to paint what I see, but many times you need to adjust things so that it looks the way you want it to look. I'm just going to pop this in here. Oh, yeah. Yep, yep, yep. Well, here's my sky. It is a much different color than in the picture, but I think this works really well. That's going to be pretty in there. Focused all right? Oh, hey. Hi, Susie. Aw, thank you. That's sweet. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you, Susie. Straighten this up a little bit. Maybe. I'm hoping to have music next time. I'm always listening to music while I paint, but I can't do it on the live streams because it's copyrighted. So I have to find something that's nice that will run a long time. So maybe tomorrow. What is that? I'm always adjusting. I was talking to my young students about that today. We're doing some drawings, but more finished drawings. We've been sketching for a while, and now I got them to where we are working on a very finished drawing. And you start on tracing paper because you can erase and erase and erase and adjust until you get it right. And then you transfer it over to your good paper, redo the project. But just talking to them about the first time you put it down, you may have to adjust it, and then that's like even to be expected. You have to lay something down and then you do something with it or correct it. So a lot of it is back and forth, changes, adjustments. It's a bit of a journey to the final product. Sometimes it's a really fun journey, sometimes it's really frustrating. Get that ugly stage. Hair and lint and little bits of hairs from my brushes. And pick those out occasionally. I'm using a lot of my little brushes today. Just gonna take a second. I need to assess, and I also just want to make sure Instagram doesn't look horrendous. Okay, all right. Hmm. Yeah, can't turn it sideways. I don't know why. It's barely zoomed in. So, if you're on Instagram right now, my apologies. I've never done live on Instagram. So, if you want to hop over, Oh, I showed it too, and you can't even see it. If you wanna hop over to my, Facebook or my YouTube page, you'll actually be able to see something. Yeah, I'm surprised. Oh, well, I think it's a new feature, so okay. Sometimes I just have to look away for a bit, and, so I can see it with fresh eyes. So I like to lay down a lot of color and sections and value, and you can see I'm not really taking care of my edges, which is like, um, places where dark value hits light value or different colors. So I will go back and clean that up and pay attention to my edges. But for a while first, just laying in color, not worrying about my edges right now. Because sometimes you might want to keep them. It's nice to have a variety of soft edges, hard edges, even with clouds. Down near the horizon, if it's a cloudy day, there's all these clouds. Like you can see far, and they're all like all together. So it's like this tons of highlights and shadows all packed right next to each other. Especially this tiny, there's no way I can get them all in. And I really shouldn't try to do that. I like my paintings to not be super tight. I feel like with landscapes and skyscapes, a lot of it is just the feeling of the piece. And yeah, you want to get lighting and color right, but big brush strokes and leaving areas for just enjoying color and texture alone is fun to do. So kind of leave some of it unpolished, and I like that look a lot. It's just deciding what parts to leave, what to develop. Okay, I'm gonna go into the foreground now. I'm not gonna clean on my edges just yet because I want to see how it all works together before I make those choices. Let's soften this though. So I'm matching the color, but it's too dark for what I already have there. So I'm adjusting. I want this to be more of a, they call it a high key painting, like a just lighter. Um, your darks aren't as dark as you normally would make. Yeah, I actually like that shade. So, yes. I want it to be light and airy. These are little hills we have around here. Um, Actually a picture taken near the road, but everywhere we drive here, we've got these. We're like in the middle of these hills. I don't think they're not really mountains, but they're fairly tall. Some of them are, and it's just always so beautiful. We live in a pretty pretty area. There's a lot of natural, a lot of hills and trees around us. Even when we're kind of in town, so it's quite nice. And I often enjoy looking at the colors of the hills because depending on the day and how far you're away from the hills, sometimes they are very blue, especially in the wintertime when the green's gone. It's just really pretty. Might do a little pop of color in places. I just wanted to get that in there before I put the trees over it. One of our green is going away too, so that's showing up in the picture here. I'm going to put it in with browns, yellows. Water's going to reflect the sky. This will tell you it's water. No, you're okay. It's the mailman, I bet. I can't hear him, but she can. We need protecting from him every day. Got some trees coming up here, and then trees back there where the river kind of curves around, and then some trees in the foreground, and then these trees have nothing on them. They're just branches. That's going to be interesting. Trying to layer in a lot of different colors. I'm seeing them, but I'm making sure I'm getting them in. And then the shadows need to go in, but I'm trying to pull back on them so the painting stays kind of light. However, they are important to be there. So I'm kind of cautiously putting in darker colors. Just making sure everything was looking okay. I'm gonna try to check and make sure it's focused good for you. I think this is gonna look really nice in this frame. The top, the gold. Can't get it by it without causing the shadow. Here. That gold's gonna be really pretty with that. I want to keep them. I guess that's good. If I want to keep it, it's a good sign. This painting with these colors make me feel at ease and calm. Just like I have to change an angle. And this needs to do this. I have to break up that line a little bit. All right. The trees that don't have leaves on them. Just a ton of tiny, tiny little sticks. Let's see. What are we going to do about that? this one. Hmm, something behind me. I like how that turned out. And the dark side on this tree here. And there's a bit of orange on it. I think I took this, whenever I took this, it was getting ready to be fall. It's got lots of nice color differences to work with. Too dark. Still too dark. Okay, now I'm going to soften the hill there. There's the edges I don't care for right now. And then I'm going to look back at the sky and see what I need to do there. Now that I've got the other parts in. And then I might be done soon. Soften those hills. They're way in the back. You don't need those to have hard edges. Just gonna break up the edge, this edge too, and this one. I like the feeling of this one, this painting. Hopefully, it's a place you want to be. A place you just want to sit, feel the breeze, listen to the birds maybe. They're still around probably. And I'm going to find a brush that I want to soften things with. Oh, I have a set of brushes that I like. However, every time I use them, they leave hairs, brush hairs. And I've used them for a really long time. I've washed them many, many times and they're still shedding. So it's a little sad, but I really like them. They're pretty handy. They do the job good, but then they make more work for me. So I'm always like, do I really want to do this? I'm going to try it. Oh, hey, Betsy. I don't know if you're still here, but hi, thank you. Thinking. Some of these hard edges I really like and I want to keep them. So I have to decide which ones need to go and which ones I really like that right there. I don't think I'm gonna touch that. Look on there. I don't know. They're just fun. Hard edges, visible brush strokes. So I think some of these other ones I'm definitely gonna soften. I like all this in here because there's a lot going on. And the texture and the streaks with the light coming down on it, it kind of adds to it. So there's a little more going on. I like the thickness of what's going on here. So I don't want to touch that. And let's soften this. Actually, I'm not really using them when I want to use them. So when I soften, um, I'm just dragging a somewhat soft brush through the paint and it's dry. So I don't load it with paint. I'm coming at it dry and then after I pull it through the paint, then I'm wiping it with my paper towel to get any paint off that I can so that the bristles stay fluffy because once they get wet, they'll start like grouping together and then they'll get streaks instead of just a soft brush. So um, that's the technique. This bothers me, so I'm going to soften that. And this is not fluffy enough, so I've got a line going straight across. I don't like that. And this in here is really soft. You've got like these really thin clouds going over the blue of the sky, and so that to come across. Sometimes it's hard to stop yourself when you begin softening things, and you're like, oh, it's all blurry. I softened everything. You don't want to do that. So I want you to just really slow down near the end of the painting, and you're making decisions a little slower because we're wrapping it up, and we want to make sure it looks how I want it to look. I like some of this, but it's almost in a straight line, and I don't like that. So I'm going to soften some of it and leave the rest. And I'm going to leave some of this hard edge because I don't want this to be the only like hard edge part. It'll be out of place. So I want there to be some hard edges in the clouds so that it's not jarring. Deciding which ones. And I'm going to leave this brush stroke as is. I like that. The brush strokes give you movement. I feel like down here it's quite modeled, and I would maybe normally drag a dry, not a dry brush, but a brush with thicker paint on it and just let the brush kind of grab the texture of the board. But I think it's kind of too wet there to do that. It's kind of nice to do that in the grassy areas. So you get a lot of like different colors and values kind of just on top of each other, and it gives a lot of depth and interest. Kind of done that a little bit. I might just try a little bit more and see if I will take it. Oh, this is different from what I have. It's not. Maybe a little bright yellow green. And just drag it across. So I'll just catch in some areas, and it'll just kind of go back and forth. You see a tiny bit of yellow, tiny bit of bluish green, and it kind of goes back and forth. Kind of a stripe going on here. I'm going to break that up. And then I think a little more interest, go a little blue green and just put that in a little bit. Oh, it's too dark. So these like, it's called temperature changes. Doesn't change the light or dark of it, but it goes back and forth between colors, and it's a lot of fun to put in kind of at the end and just let the colors play together. So that the longer you look at it, you're rewarded with things you didn't see before, more color changes. Just adding little special treats for everyone to enjoy. I think I'm done. I'm gonna get that little corner, even though the frame's gonna cover that up. Now, where to sign? These things are so tiny. Wonder, think about this. They're so tiny. It's a good thing I don't have a really long name. I was thinking, should I abbreviate? I'm gonna still try to put Finch in there, but for this one, I'm not gonna put, I normally sign here, but I don't wanna sign here. So I'm gonna sign here as subtly as I possibly can. Now, sadly, all the frames have a lip on them and they cover up part of the painting all the way around. I mean, they have to, or else they wouldn't stay in the frame. So I'm gonna have to come in a little bit with my tiny, tiny brush. This is the smallest one I have. I wonder if I could just scratch it in there. I'm just gonna try something here. Oh, that works, but it's so bright. All right, let me just try this. This I didn't think through until I started painting. Pick a color that you wouldn't think signing my name has to be thought through so much, but everything does. I want a color that gives enough contrast you actually see my name, but also it's not like really distracting. You don't want it to be distracting at all. The frame's going to cover about here to here, sadly, but I need. So I'm going to, oh, it's not small. We just see how small I can sign my name. And tiny. I'll be really good at it by the time I'm done with all these paintings. Oh, this is tiny. Oh, that works. How's that look? It's so tiny. I'll give you. I don't have any bananas. I'll show you a banana for reference. I don't have any money here either. Donate. I'm poor. Oh my goodness. Here's my hand. You can see my thumb against it. It's barely the width of my thumb. All right. So, I'm so pleased with this one. I hope you enjoyed watching it come together. I'm going to take a little break. Just for a few minutes. I'm going to switch my picture. I'm going to get this off of there very carefully, and I'm going to start another one. So this painting will go into, let's see. Oh, I love the colors so much. This frame, although there's such a shadow on it. This frame, it's got gold on it and trim. It's lovely. My next one, in case you weren't here in the very beginning, I'm going to do with this frame here, the little teal one. I was driving and it was really overcast and just overcast clouds everywhere. And then there was this sliver of bright blue because that's what was behind the clouds. And I love the concept because, okay, life sometimes is really difficult and dark sometimes, but it's the lie. There really is blue sky behind it. So I just like that reminder. So I think I'm going to do a cloudy sky, and then there's going to be a few little spots of blue that's going to come through, and then it'll be perfect because this frame, I guess this frame could work with this piece. That's not bad. I like it. But I don't want the frame to overpower the painting either. So I'm going to take a couple minutes. I'm going to get some water, and I will be back. I will take this off, and we'll start another painting. So stick around, and I will be back. So I'm going to mute and step away for just a few minutes. I'm going to put a little banner up so that if people come by and don't know where I am, let's see, is it in there? There we go. There we go. All right, I'll see you in a few minutes. I'm gonna mute up. Hi, thank you. Getting ready to do another one. That was my first one. I'm pretty happy with it. So we're gonna do another one today. Oh, good. Awesome. Let me know if you have any questions. I can answer them whenever I come look around. All right, I'm gonna take the music off because it's very repetitive. I'm hoping tomorrow that I can have a nice playlist going. I love having music while I paint, but I can't do it during live stream or even on Facebook because copyright issues. So I have to get a selection of royalty-free music. So I was working on that and ran out of time. So tomorrow, hopefully. Um, so let's do this. So my next painting is also going to be it's not a landscape, but it's going to be a cloudscape. And it's going to be in this little number. Let's see, this little one. And it's going to be a picture I took last week, I think. It was a really overcast sky. So it's going to be like a little overly gray, but I think it's perfect for this piece. And then there was this sliver of sky showing through, and it was so vibrant. And it was just like, it was really cool how the effect was. It was like you really could tell that the sky was really a bit behind the clouds. It was a neat effect. And it just really like, I couldn't stop looking at it. So took a picture of it. And then the blue sky will hopefully be about these same shades. And so I think it'll be really nice. So I'm going to get started. Let me know if you have any questions. Oh, I want to take my banner off. I'm back. All right. I almost clicked end stream. What in the world? I think I'm tired. I'm like, oh, a button. I'm just going to click that. Maybe that's what I need. No. Okay. This is the button that I need. If you're just joining us, I'm painting our little darlings. These are little 4x4 paintings, and they're going to be available starting December 2nd. If you join my email list, which there's a QR code right there, also a clickable link in the description of this video. If you join my email list, I'm giving my email list early access. You'll get in a day early. So there's paintings that you must have. You can get in a little bit earlier and people won't get your painting. So I'm going to paint as many as possible. I have enough for 8 right now. I have enough frames for 16. So we'll just see what's going to happen and how they do. And if it seems like you all want more and more, I will keep painting more. I'm going to go live every day this week until at least the 29th, which is next Sunday, I think. So you can come back here. It may be at different times. My week is a little weird, and so it'll be a little bit different times, but I will definitely have like an event posted when I scheduled the live stream. And if you can't make a live stream, you can watch later because it will just be on my Facebook page. Okay, so I'm going to get started. Now let me know if you want to understand what I'm doing. I do kind of talk through it a little bit, but a lot of the time I'm kind of quiet because I'm concentrating. So, but I try to look up every now and then. Make sure we're as straight as possible. I have to overdo it so it'll go back. Okay, that'll work. It's so little. I have to zoom in quite a bit. Okay. Is that enough? No. I do a bit of a wash so that there's something there, and I'm not just painting on something dry. And then it also just gets rid of the white, which can be a bit distracting. These all won't be landscapes. I just started with landscapes because this is the first time I'm working on this small of a size in a long time. Many years ago, I painted like maybe four this little. So it's different. So I had just done a bunch of landscapes and skyscapes a couple weeks ago. So I thought, since I was planning on doing some anyway, I would start off with that and just kind of get a feel for the the size of it and the miniature-ish of it, and like kind of get a good feel for it. It changes the brushes I use, how much detail I add. So it's very different, but I love it. It's really, really fun doing that first one. I That was a lot of fun. So we're just doing overcast clouds with this amazing little glimpse into the blue sky beyond, which is a nice allegory for how life feels sometimes. We just see the gloom and we forget that the sun is actually still shining. We just can't see it. So I'm thinking and looking. Siri thinks I'm talking to her, but I'm not. Okay. Just have to decide where I want certain things to be. Do I want it dead center? I don't think I do. Maybe up here. I don't think I want it lower. Got like a little bit of blue here. Maybe that's too big. Maybe we need to pull back a little bit. And you don't know till you start. And I usually have to adjust a little bit. All right, there's one little blue peak. And then it got separated. And there's a little bit right here. This will be interesting. It's very different painting than I've ever painted. I usually paint like where you know where the sun is and there's a lot of light shining through, a lot of bright lights, and so I don't think I've ever done a cloudy sky. So a couple new things here. And I think hmm. Now I'm second guessing myself because in the picture there's a lot of interesting clouds on the top, and the bottom it just kind of fades a little bit. Let's stop there. I guess it's not terrible. Okay, I'm changing it. This is how it goes sometimes. This is completely normal. Maybe I will put it a little more towards the center. And you'll have to draw things again. It's okay. You just have to adjust. a little bit. There, okay. So this, there's a big cloud right here. Sometimes you can just get lost because there's a lot going on. And I just want to make sure I place things where they should be so they don't get lost. And that goes like that. This looks like a bunch of gibberish, but I know what it means. The sky down here is really interesting. It's like layers of dark clouds, and then there's just a kind of fade there. Okay, I think I'm gonna pop a little bit of that blue in, at least just to give me an idea. This one's gonna be, well, this blue is gonna be brighter than the blue in the last painting. Yeah, we want it to pop, and also that frame is really blue. So we don't want the frame to overcome this bit of blue and take away from it. So this one's going to pop just a little bit. Let's see if that's enough blue to get us through. Maybe in this cute little number. Oh, you can't see it very well. It's hard because when I put it on the painting, it's there's such a shadow because of the light. I think that'll work really well. Cuteness. Okay. Now for all the gray clouds. It gives us the needed context for the bright blue sky. It has to be there. It actually looks like it's going to rain back there. So it's a gray, but it's a deep blue gray. Like in the distance, it's going to rain. So we're going to put that in. Actually, I might already have the color. Let's see. It's a little too dark. It's still too dark, but that's the right shade. Yeah, it's some areas here in the picture, it's just starting to get blurry, like it's already raining back here somewhere. It seems like a really simple image, but the longer I'm looking at it, the more I'm seeing it's not simple. So much to it. It is nice. It's not gonna be boring. Everyone okay still? I've been quiet for a long time, concentrating. I'm still here, I'm not muted. I just about blocked everything in. Now I'm gonna just kind of go back through and refine, look for the smaller shapes that I haven't put in yet. And I'll pay attention to all the edges and see what needs to be softened. Okay, I'm gonna check my edges out. There's a lot of hard edges in here that I don't want to keep. Mm. Just kind of pushing the paint around. There's a lot of areas where the clouds are just like fading out. Parts are going in, parts are coming out. So some of this, I'm just kind of pushing the paint where I want it to go in the shapes that I'm seeing. And softening as well. A lot of soft edges here. I feel like I really got to um, be a little more accurate than I did in the last one because this is kind of unusual. It's just all like dark clouds except for that blue shining through, and I want it to make sense. So I'm trying to be extra careful. Really be accurate. The other one was more for like, the feeling of it and the colors. So I'm kind of modeling this one a little bit more. I think it needs it. Hmm. I always get little hairs from my brushes sometimes. Gotta get that out without messing up the paint. It's a constant struggle. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little hair. There we go. Okay. So I'm really liking how this is turning out. So I've got to, I feel like I'm working so microscopically. I've got to kind of do the same detail all the way through. It honestly doesn't matter. Like if this were an 8 by 8, it probably would take the same amount of time. I would just be using bigger brushes. I'll be interested to see when I get this done if it really works. If that blue isn't just like an oopsie out of the sky. It should work if I'm doing it properly. I'm trying to soften the edges without over blending and just making everything look the same, kind of muddy. All right, I think that did it. Just needed to be softer around there. Very wispy, these clouds were. I think that reads right that it's raining down here. Okay, so softened. I'm gonna look here. I don't like this straight line across. It is a little bit like that in real life, so but I may I think I'm gonna change it just a little bit. I'm not sure. For a shock. Take the straight line out of this a bit. I like that better. It's not so perfect. Well, I think I'm nearing the end. I'm gonna see if there are any highlights. Hey, Mary, how long ago did you say that? Oh, just 7 minutes. I haven't been looking. Sorry. Thank you. How are you doing, Mary? It's okay. Focused, all right. A little more, couple more areas to soften, and then I just want to look around and see if there's any more lighter spots that I should have added. Soften that kind of muddies up some things, even though I'm trying not to, but I might have to add those back. So it's a little bit of back and forth. So you get it just the way you want it. It's white has a tiny bit of warmth to it, so just add a little bit of that. And look for the lightest parts in the image and make sure they're there in here. It'll soften again, just a little bit. So I just kind of take my time, look it over, take it all in. What does it need? Is there anything that's maybe in the picture but doesn't look great as the painting? Oh, there was something I wanted to put in. There's a little light spot, but it's also very like, slightly blue in the gray cloud part. So I want to get that in because I think that really, I think it's the light bouncing around behind the cloud and showing some bluish. So this light is actually a little more on the blue side. So I'm gonna put that in. That's a little too blue. Now I have to soften all this, but I didn't quite have the color right. Yeah, like that. It's not the same over here. Over here it's more white, warm. But on the other side, it's I don't know, it's like a reflection from this guy behind the clouds. I'm not sure what's happening, but I'm putting it in. Like this is, I don't know if it's reading right. This is light coming behind the clouds. This is light coming like from the side. It's actually like hitting the clouds, but this is like backlight here and here. So I'm trying to capture that. It's a neat effect in the picture. Okay, I'm gonna soften these now. And then I think I might be done and ready to sign my microscopic signature. Smoothing out some things a little bit. Okay, I think I'm done. I think that reads well. A little pulled back. So little. Crooked. There we go. And we'll go in this little frame. I can't tell very well. I think that'll be perfect. Wow, that was two super little landscapes for you today. I'm gonna sign it, which if you saw the last one, it's not as simple or quick as you would think a signature should be. I guess I'll sign on this side. I normally sign on this side, but the last one I couldn't because I put a little river there. And it wouldn't have looked right. So let's see. Let's do that stormy color. You know what? There's a lot going on right here. And the frame's going to come in about that far. So I have to sign up in here. I'm going to sign over here again, which is odd for me. But I guess if someone wants a pair, they're both signed on the same side. That works. All right, so I'm going to go a little lighter now. Good. There you go. Tiny. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. Um, I aim to paint again tomorrow. I don't know if I'll do two or not. We'll just have to see how it goes. And keep meeting here every day. I will, when I set the program that I use, when I schedule it out, you should be able to see it in my events in Facebook. If you subscribe to my email list, there's also a link in the description of the video. I'll send you an email to let you know. And also, you'll get a day early um, for claiming your paintings if you want one. All right, thank you so much, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a lovely evening. Bye.